Hello my kings, queens and fellow non-binary leaders, and welcome back to Nerdy Nekama. Today we're gonna get started with a very unusual ship on this channel, SakuAtsuIwaOI, and it's called Admit Defeat because you all voted a month ago, whoopsie, and you said it should be Fluff. And my channel members decided that the SakuAtsuIwaOI one-shot was the one I should work on next, so here we go. I hope you will like it. It is Sakusa-centric, which also a lot of you requested, so now I hope you enjoy. Sakusa pushed the locker room door open with force, uncaring whether Atsumu made it in behind some. The usually cold aura surrounding him was amplified, and immediately seemed to cause the temperature to drop in the room. Would you cut it out and just stop for a second? Atsumu wisely didn't touch him, but managed to block the way to his locker, earning them a sigh from Inanaki and Barnes and confused looks. Sakusa scowled. Get out of the way, Mio. I need to get my stuff. No, you need to go home. You're sick. I am not. He let his bag fall onto the bench next to Atsumu and tried to proceed with opening his locker, but Atsumu wouldn't let him. Yes, you are. You complained about a headache this morning. Maybe because he won't stop pestering me. The blonde continued undeterred, as if he didn't even hear him. You are more sensitive to light, paler than usual, your voice is strained, and I am sure I heard you cough. I know what a cold looks like on you, Sakusa Kiyomi, and I know that if you don't get home ASAP and rest, it'll get much worse because your body always overreacts to these things. You're gonna hate yourself if you don't take a break now. Joke's on you, I'm gonna hate myself regardless. Now get out of the way, I'm not sick. They stared each other down while their teammates observed the situation cautiously, though Atsumu was almost certain Inuaki and Thomas were taking bags in the background. Sakusa-kun, do you show any signs of sickness? Nothing major. I was careful, I can't be sick. His body betrayed him as his voice seemed even rougher, and he fought to suppress a cough. Sakusa-kun, I understand this is annoying, but wouldn't you want us to stay home if we are sick? I didn't mean it like that. I wouldn't... I know, but Atsumu's right. If you are sick, you need to rest. Go home and drink a tea. We'll wait for you to come back. Sakusa looked positively miserable at that, like a dog left in the rain. Don't worry, Ami-kun. I'm sure you'll get better soon. Thanks, Hinata. He grumbled it under his breath, while shouldering his bag again and turning to leave. He didn't even say goodbye to Atsumu, who just sighed. He knew this already. As soon as he arrived at his apartment, he put his bag aside and cursed when he couldn't get it to align quite right in the way he wanted. Everything felt wrong. He felt too hot and too cold at the same time. The lightest touch on his skin felt itchy and burning, and his throat got suddenly dry. The light was too bright. His head felt as though it had been stuffed with cotton. He groaned as he sat down on the floor. It felt as though he tainted everything he touched. This was horrible. Clumsily, the ace reached for his phone to call Iwaizumi. He didn't want to be alone right now. Yes, Kiyomi, is everything alright? No, it's not. His voice sounded thin and rough, and he hated how the words felt in his mouth. Each seemed to scratch along his throat with sharp edges. Kiyo, baby, what is going on? Iwaizumi's voice had softened. He knew to distinguish between an emergency or panic attack and Sakusa having an off day or being emotional. I'm sick, Hajime. I'm sick and I hate it, and I was mean to Atsumu and now he will hate me and my head kills me and everything sucks. Oh darling, that sounds bad. I'm on my way, okay? We can figure this out. You just stay right where you are and tell me if you need anything in particular. Umeboshi? Sure, I'll get you that and soup. Give me a few minutes. As Iwaizumi ended the call, he sighed, a small smile playing on his lips. When they started dating, he would have never thought Sakusa would be the type to be emotional, almost whiny when sick, but he was wrong. It was kind of endearing, even though he wished he could make it easier on him. He swiftly opened his text messages and sought out the GC, emergency, Kiyo is sick. It was one between him, Atsumu, and Aikawa. He also had emergency, Kawa's overworking himself, and Tsumu has a bad day. Each excluding the person it was about so that they could come up with a plan to make them feel better or intervene. He wouldn't be surprised if they had one for him as well, and he was a little curious what it was about. Kiyome is sick. I'm going to his place now and make sure he rests. When will you be available? Yeah, I know. I tried to send him home this morning, but he was too stubborn. It took Mian to get involved before he finally caved. Aw, poor Kiyo. That explains why he thinks you're mad at him. Just a warning, but he thinks you hate him, Tsumu. What? Tsumu, what did you do? You know he's fragile when sick. I didn't do anything. Just told him to go home or it'd get worse. We'll fix that later. Just prepare to deal with it. Okay, I'll have practice till the afternoon. I'll come over then. Same. Alright, see you later. When Iwaizumi arrived at the apartment, he used a spare key and promptly froze as he found Kiyomi half asleep, leaning against the wall, sitting on the ground of the hallway. Darling, what are you doing on the floor? The black-haired blinked up on him confused, as he took his shoes off and placed them carefully to the side of the genkan. You said not to move, and I didn't want to taint anything. The trainer walked up to him slowly, placing the bag with groceries to the side as he knelt before him. What do you mean, taint things? I'm sick of germs. If I touch things, they get dirty. Oh, darling. Iwaizumi sighed and swiftly grabbed onto Sakusa's arms to pull him up. He slung an arm around him to stabilize him and ignored the weak protest the ace offered. Come on. If you're dirty, we'll just gotta have to draw you a bath. It's not how it works. I'm sick. And sick people get a bath and soup, and then they rest in bed until they feel better. He observed the ace from the corner of his eye, who had begun pouting but let Iwaizumi drag him to the bathroom regardless. His eyes were hazy and he seemed a little out of it. Say, Kiyo, how long have you been feeling off already? Not long, just this morning. You weren't more tired or sore the past days? He stayed silent, which was answer enough to Iwaizumi. Sakusa always got a lot worse when he tried to push through, even if it was just a cold. Usually he took these things rather seriously and rested, but sometimes he didn't want to admit to himself that he had gotten sick. Come on, you'll feel better after you took a bath and are in bed. He complied wordlessly as Iwa prepared everything and took off his clothes. While he soaked in the bath, Iwaizumi prepared the soup and pickled plums. As he placed the tray on the nightstand, he gathered some more pillows and blankets and made sure to make the bed comfortable for his partner. Everything alright, Kiyo? He knocked on the bathroom door and got a mumbled yes in response. The tone in which he said it amused him, as though the ace took the sickness as a personal offense and was deeply offended by whatever pathogen had infected him. Once he was snuggled up in bed after eating a few spoonsful of the meal, he fell asleep almost immediately. Iwaizumi gently brushed the strands of black curls from his face, taking note of how much warmer he felt. Probably a fever. Poor Kiyo. Just let us take care of you for now. We're home! Sakusa groaned. The noise felt like a needle being driven into his skull. See, I knew he hated me. Instead of taking him seriously, Iwaizumi chuckled and went to greet their partners. Sakusa tried to hide under the covers, but soon the voices came closer. Where's our poor Kiyo-chan? I hope Iwa has taken great care of you while we were at work. What's that supposed to mean? Nothing, Hatsumi. We trust you completely. How are you holding up on me? Go away. Huh? What? Why? You hate me. He heard Aikawa chuckle, but elected to ignore it, pulling the blanket tighter around him. What are you talking about, love? I don't hate you. It was mean to you this morning. Now you hate me. I didn't even say goodbye. A small sob escaped from his lips, but even as Atsumu gently rubbed over his back, he didn't turn around. Baby, I don't hate you. I would never. I know you are sick, and you were irritated by that. I don't take that personally. Are you feeling better by now? He nodded weakly, and despite his better judgment, turned around and closed his arms around Atsumu's middle. The blonde chuckled. Don't worry, I'm right here. We all are, and we're going to baby and pamper you until you feel better. Maybe even then. How about that? He nodded again and hid his face against the saddle side. Aww, poor Kiyo-chan. Don't you worry your pretty little head, this'll be over in no time. He let himself be soothed by the reassuring touches and promises and allowed them to take charge as they took care of him. And perhaps he had to admit eventually that it did feel much better this way. Thank you so much for watching to the end. It means the world to me. I hope you enjoyed this. This will not become a usual chip on my channel, but so many of you have been requesting it, so here you go. If you liked it, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And please, by all means, tell me under the pinned comment what your favorite quote from this video was, and if I ever should make another video about the ship, what it should be about, especially if you want one that's maybe not fluff, but more on the angsty side. A special thanks, as always, goes out to my nanny Nekos, and a special thanks goes out to Christian, who just gifted 30 memberships to this channel. I hope to everyone who got one that you enjoy your new early access and stuff. And yeah, check that out. Also, as you can see, my members have influence on what I should do next on the channel. So if you also want to influence that, check out the join button of the video, and here's more content. And now you have a wonderful and amazing day. Bye everyone.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.